Good morning, students. Today I am here with third part of the chapter Indian economy and the globalization. As in previous two parts, we studied about what is globalization and what is MNC and how the world market are connecting with each other. So here we are going to study about the factors that have enabled globalization. So in present PPT, we are going to study the role of technology, particularly the role of information technology in the process of globalization. Rapid improvement in technology has been one major factor that has stimulated the globalization process. So there is a lot of development in the field of technology, and this development in the field of technology stimulated the globalization process. For example, during past 50 years, several improvement in transport technology. We have observed a number of change, a number of development in the field of transportation and technology. It made faster delivery of goods across long distance possible at lower cost. So because of development in transportation and communication, it made much faster delivery of goods across long distance possible at lower cost. Even more remarkable, that is the development in the field of information and communication technology. Development in the field of communication and information technology played again very important role. In recent times, technology in the area of telecommunication, computer, internet has been changing rapidly. Telecommunication facility like telegraph, telephone, including mobile phones, fax, these are used to contact one another around the world. To access information instantly and to communicate from remote areas, this has been facilitated by satellite communication device. As you would be aware, computers have now entered almost every field of activity. Today, computer became the important part of our life. We are totally dependent upon computer, even the system you are going through the computer. All the activities you are teaching is also going through the computer. Internet, where you can obtain and share information on almost anything you want to know. And internet again playing very important role in this technology, because with the help of internet you can achieve any information whatever you want, except that the electronic email, voicemail across the world negligible cost. In a negligible cost you can contact all over the world within very short time. So here, for example, using IT in globalization. So under the process of globalization, what is the role of information technology? Here is an example. Listen it carefully, please. A news magazine published for London readers is to be designed and printed in Delhi. A news magazine, it is being published for London, right? And it is being designed in New Delhi. The text of magazine is sent through internet to the Delhi office from London. The material is being sent to Delhi office. The designers in the Delhi office get ordered how to design his magazine from the office in London. And the order is coming from London to Delhi, how the magazine can be designed. So after publishing magazine in Delhi, it is being sent by air to London. Right? Material is coming from London, being published in Delhi and designed in Delhi. After publishing the magazine, it is being sent to London by airplane. And the payment is coming by core banking. So all this is being through the information technology. So again we can see the example of globalization. News magazine published for London readers, okay. And the printed material is coming from London, being published in Delhi. By plane, after publishing in Delhi, magazine are being sent by plane to London, and the payment is being paid through core banking. So this is the example of globalization. Liberalization of foreign trade and foreign investment. So first thing, what is the liberalization of economy? Removing barriers or restrictions set by the government is known as liberalization. Okay. What is globalization? What is liberalization? Removing barriers or restrictions set by government on foreign trade and foreign investment is known as liberalization of foreign trade. Right? This is a very important question, my dear, for the board examination point of view. What do you understand by liberalization? Again, I am repeating answer third time. Removing barriers or restrictions set by government on foreign trade and foreign investment is known as liberalization of foreign trade. And now the next question, what is the trade barriers? Trade barriers means restriction over the trade. Tax on imports is an example of trade barriers. Tax on imports is known as the trade barrier. It is called a barrier because some restriction has been set up. Government can use trade barriers to increase or decrease foreign trade and to decide that kind of goods and how much of each should come into the country. Tax on import is example of trade barrier. If there are tax on imports, it is called the trade barriers. So for a long time, there were trade barriers in Indian economy by 1991. The Indian government after independence put barriers to foreign trade and foreign investment. Because the industrialization held in India during 1950s and 60s. So government of India put barrier on the trade. This was considered necessary to protect the producers within the country from foreign competition. So basic aim of this trade barrier was to protect the indigenous producer from foreign competitions. Industries were just coming up in 1950s and 60s and competitions from imports at that stage would not have allowed the industries to come up. Thus, India allowed imports of only essential items. So for a long time, by 1991, we imported very limited items from outside like machinery, fertilizers, petroleum, etc. Only these items we were importing from outside. Note that all developed countries during the early stage of development have given protection to domestic producers through a variety of means. So here it is very important question, the developing countries. Who are developing countries? Basically these developing countries are also known poor countries. Developing countries are those countries who once ruled by colonies like Asian countries, African countries and Latin American countries. Okay, Asian countries, African countries and Latin American countries, once they were under the foreign empire and they ruled by the colonial empire. So these are called developing countries. And these developing countries are also known as the poor countries. So all the developing countries, they got independence after the Second World War. Right, so after achieving independence, they put barriers to international trade to protect their interest. So starting around 1991, in fact the Indian economy liberalized in 1991. The main role played here Manmohan Singh, former Prime Minister, and at that time he was Finance Minister of India. In year 1991, Manmohan Singh, he was the Finance Minister of India, and the credit of liberalization of Indian economy goes to him. So some far-reaching change in policy were made in India in 1991. The government decided that the time had come for Indian producers to compete with producers around the globe. So in 1991, the India government feel that it's the right time to open the Indian market. Because by this time our market were restricted, the main interest was टू प्रोटेक्ट आवर इंडिजीनियस प्रोडक्शन. यदि हम इंटरनेशनल मार्केट को पहले ही खोल देते तो जो हमारा घरेलू प्रोडक्शन था वो ख़त्म हो जाता, बिकॉज आवर क्वालिटी वॉज नॉट वेरी गुड and it was not possible to compete with international market. That is why for a long time our market was under the trade barrier. But in 1991, government of India thought now the technology developed and the Indian manufacturers can compete with international manufacturing. So in 1991, the trade barriers removed from Indian trade and the Indian economy liberalized. In 1991, trade barriers removed from India and Indian economy liberalized. Thus, barriers on foreign trade and foreign investment were removed to a large extent. So, the barriers on foreign trade and foreign investment removed. This means that goods could be imported and exported easily, and also foreign companies could set up factories and offices here. So, after 1991, after removing the trade barrier, now goods can be easily import and export with India, and the MNC can establish their factories. So this is called liberalization of Indian economy. So that technology, particularly information technology, played very important role in removing trade barriers. So finally, in 1991, Government of India removed the trade barriers and opened the Indian market for world community, and this is also known as liberalization of Indian economy. Removing barriers or restrictions set by government on foreign trade and foreign investment is known as liberalization of foreign trade. So now comes to the WTO. WTO, it is an international organization. More than 160 countries are member of WTO, World Trade Organization, विश्व व्यापार संगठन. World Trade Organization, here are around more than 160 countries are the member. So the member country of WTO freely can trade with each other without any trade barriers. What is WTO? WTO means World Trade Organization. It is one such organization whose aim is to liberalize international trade. The main aim of the WTO is to liberalize international trade. Started at the initiative of the developed countries. It was started by the developed countries of Europe. And the rule and regarding international trade and the seas that rule obeyed, nearly 160 countries of world are currently member of WTO. So the member country of WTO can freely trade with each other without any trade barriers. But there is some discrimination between developed country and developing country. The WTO conditions are not very fair because the European country have some special power. They have restricted their market for few points. For example, they have opened the developing countries market. जैसे हमारी मार्केट है वो उनके लिए पूरी खुली है, लेकिन उनकी मार्केट हमारे लिए खुली नहीं है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, दे आर नॉट सप्लाइंग हायर टेक्नोलॉजी, right? So the developed country, they had made rule and regulation in such a way who are only beneficial to them. So they have मेड सम रिस्ट्रिक्शन फॉर अस. हमारे लिए कुछ रिस्ट्रिक्शन बना रखे हैं उन्होंने, यानी कि हम उनसे सब चीज़ नहीं ले सकते, लेकिन हमसे वो सब चीज़ ले सकते हैं. सो द नेचर ऑफ WTO इज डिस्क्रिमिनेटरी बिकॉज इट इज only for the interest of European countries. That is called WTO, World Trade Organization. It is an international organization. More than 160 countries are the member of WTO, and the member country of WTO can freely trade with each other. But there is some discriminatory behavior between developed country and developing country. So this is called WTO, World Trade Organization, and economic liberalizations, trade barriers. So these are the main points. Rest I will discuss in last PPT day after tomorrow. And here I have forwarded you date sheets, and I am hoping you are preparing well. By that time, tomorrow, yes, from day after tomorrow, I will start your revision or monthly test. Thank you.